So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 3 books that you should read as a trader, and trust me, these books are going to boost your trading. Now, from the 3 books, one is more of the beginner side. You are getting started with your trading, what you actually need to know, how to get a trading strategy, how all that works. And then the other 2 books are more of getting you from the 90% to the 10%, and I'm going to be giving away all the 3 books just for free. So be sure you fill in your email address. I'm going to put the link somewhere down in the description below. Now, maybe to any of you guys who may not know me, my name is Daniel Ashurize. I'm a full-time day trader and an entrepreneur. Now let's dive straight into it. Now, the first book is the Candlestick Trading Bible, invented by Munehisa Homer. Well, I may not read the name well, but he's the guy who invented candlesticks. And now this book is a very great one. I don't have the paper copy, but I do have a PDF file of it here, and I'll be sharing that. Just like what I said, be sure you put your email in there. So this one talks about candlesticks. Well, now when you're going to be trading, you obviously have to understand what candlesticks are. You need to understand how do candlesticks even form, some candlestick patterns, and you can actually be able to use that to get trades and get trading strategies. So basically in here, about the introduction, you are learning about candlestick patterns, just like the engulfing bar candlestick, the doji, the dragonfly, the gravestone, the morning star, and all that. Well, that could sound new to a beginner trader, but you need to know this. And then the other one is, now we are looking at the market structure. Now remember, this is so important because for any trader, you have to understand how to read and interpret the market structure. So in here, we look at how to trade trending markets, support and resistance levels, how to draw trend lines, and then the ranging markets. You are now just trying to understand what trends are in the markets. Is it an uptrend? Is it a downtrend? Is it a ranging market? How do you even draw trend lines? And now the good thing about this book is the examples too, the live examples. You are going to learn how can you draw a trend line, let's say from point A to point B, from point C to point D. Did you form a channel? Did this and this form out? So that's the good thing about this. And then the other one is trading tactics. Look at how you can actually get your confluence. And then we also have the top to down analysis. Well, I do believe this is one of the easiest market breakdowns every person should learn. The top to down analysis. You understanding what time frame to start from, and then what should you get entries from. So to me personally, when I try to relate to my type of trading, well, I start from the H4, keep scaling down to H1, I keep scaling down up to the M15, and that's when I get trades. And I'm a day trader. So someone else, well, could start from the monthly, and then they have to keep scaling down, just like that. So that's called the top to down analysis. You are starting from a very bigger time frame, and you have to keep scaling down until you can get an entry. So that's all in here. So it's the top to down analysis with time frames, and then the other one is trading strategies and tactics. Well, we all need trading strategies, and you may need only one and stick to it, but understanding 2 is not a problem. So you could get 2 trading strategies from this book, master them and try them out, backtest them, and understand what the win rate is. So basically this book is more of introducing you to trading, you being able to get your trading strategies, you being able to read what candlesticks are, how to get trades using candlesticks, and mainly understanding the market. So it's called the Candlestick Trading Bible, and I would recommend, if you can get the paper copy, get it, but I'm going to share it for free. Be sure you put your email down in there. Now, before you go any further, this video is sponsored by FX, literally one of the best brokers, and I recommend you open up a trading account. I'm going to put the link somewhere down in the description below. Now, going to the next book, it's called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Now, I would say this is one of the best trading books that I've ever read, and surely it really improved my whole trading. Now, this book is more of shifting you from the 90% of losing traders to the 10%. So it's more of you understanding your psychology with trading, your emotions. How do you handle your emotions when you're trading? What should you do? What's the difference between the 90% losing traders and the 10% of the winning traders? So it's creating the difference and transforming you from that losing trader to the winning trader. So let me go through with you and then show you what exactly you are going to read in here. So trading in the zone. Well, the first chapter is the road to success, fundamental, technical, or mental analysis. So they are 3. Basically, we often talk about fundamental and technical analysis, but in this book we also have mental analysis. Okay, so well, for fundamental analysis you are using market structure, understanding well what could have happened in the past, for me to be able to predict what is going to happen in the future. And well, for fundamental analysis, we are putting into consideration the news events and the economic events to be able to get trades. And now we have the mental analysis. Insane, and you need to check this out. So for the mental analysis, now you are looking at how do you react to the markets, because it's all about your reaction. It's not what the markets presents to you, it's how do you react, because some other people are going to react vigorously and then other people are going to be calm, and from the two there is one who wins. All right, so the second chapter again is all about the lure and the dangers of trading. And now there's some things obviously that you need to understand before you can actually approach trading. You need to understand the bad side of trading and how you can actually overgo that side, because well, some people come in with bigger ambitions, but you need to understand how to go about that. And then in the third chapter, it's taking responsibility. Now as a trader, you have to take responsibility of your trading, your results, and literally anything that happens along your way of trading, because it's all up to you. So in here we have shaping your mental environment. You obviously have to be stable and then reacting to losses, and now that matters. Your reaction to your losses is really going to determine what type of a trader you are. So like I said, there's someone who is going to be calm and understand, well, losses are part of trading and I need to do this and this in return. And then there's also this other person who is going to be, well, I made a loss and I need to make back my money, and we call that revenge trading. And at the end of the day, you're doing some over trading, and guess what happens? Account probably lost. So in here you are going to learn how do you react to your losing trades. What should you do in return if you have a losing trade? Furthermore, you also have your reaction to winning trades. Well, that also varies. Someone else is going to be excited and they want to make more money. We call that greedy in trading. And someone else is going to be calm. They know, well, I've made money and that's okay. I'll make more money the next day. And well, the next thing is really understanding your risk. What's your risk and what's your risk tolerance? How much do you intend to lose, and are you willing to lose that? Basically just like that. And then the next one is aligning your mental environment. So just like what I said, this book is more of psychology and you being able to deal with emotions. It's you relating your emotions to your trading, because psychology takes up 60% of your trading. Well, in chapter 5, it says the dynamics of perception. And now in here, you are looking at perception and learning, you are looking at perception and risk, and then the power of association. And then in the next chapter, you are looking at the uncertainty principle. Well, you need to learn this and understand it. And then the market's most fundamental characteristic. And there's more stuff that I actually didn't read in here. So I would recommend that you get this book and please read it. Just keep it next to your trading desk. If you have it on your computer, you have to read it every time. All right, now the last book is called The Market Wizards by Jack Swagger. Now this is a great book that you should actually read, because it brings out how can you actually become like the top traders. Now the book is just a combination of many interviews from the topmost traders, the most successful traders of all time, and now it's bringing out what they did. So meaning when you want to actually get out of the 90% of traders who lose, or the inconsistent ones, you need this book. So it does have a set of rules, just like don't lose money, and then the second rule is don't forget the first rule. So in any case, you shouldn't lose money trading. And then it talks about pride and ego, why most traders have actually lost a lot or been inconsistent just because of some of those things. And then it also talks about momentum. We're looking at how those topmost traders trade. Momentum following, are you following the trend when you're trading and all that? So it's basically a book that is actually going to help you tap into the minds of those topmost traders, and you should actually get it. So those are the 3 books that I would recommend you get as a trader now. So like I said, I'm going to be sharing them, so be sure you fill in your email. I'll put the link somewhere down in the description below. And if you really enjoyed this, please consider subscribing. The whole target is looking at 100k and we are currently at 35k. Well, I know we'll get there. So let me see you in the next video. I'm out.